welcome back to Unit 8, and this is podcast 8B. And in 8B, we're talking about chemical equations and how to write them from a word equation.
Okay, so just going to kind of give you some examples here, and we will write out how you are to do the complete equation from what we give you. So we give you, in this case, solid zinc metal. So, Coach Forster, let's just underline the compounds we have here, or elements. So we have zinc.
Zinc
reacts with aqueous. And we'll go over what that word means.
We're going to talk about those words there. The solid
aqueous,
and the aqueous.
Aluminum nitrate.
Aluminum nitrate.
To produce aluminum and zinc nitrate.
Zinc nitrate.
Okay, so we've got our elements or compounds underlined. So here's how you write this equation. Coach Forster will write it here as we go. But we're going to start our chemical equation. And on the left side, remember, are our
reactants.
Are our reactants, and on the right side, our products.
And I kind of like to do first here, I kind of want to look up all the charges of these things first, okay? I want to look up the charge of zinc, I want to look up the charge of aluminum, and I want to look up the charge of nitrate. Because once you do that, then it's pretty easy to write your compounds then. Okay, so what is the charge of zinc, Coach Arthur?
We don't know in this case.
We don't know in this case. Metal. It's a transition metal, right? And if you look on your periodic table, it's going to be right in the middle. But if you kind of remember back, it'll sometimes say with the Roman numeral here, but the charge of zinc is going to be a 2+.
It's going to be 2+, or it could be something else, but they'll probably give it to you in a Roman numeral,
they
which we
probably will. And the charge of aluminum, that's one of the columns that we know, and the charge of aluminum is aluminum 3+. Nitrate. All right, nitrates, remember, not on the periodic table. It ends in ATE. So what do we call those? Remember?
Polyatomic ions.
Polyatomics, right. NO3 - 1. All right, so now I'm going to use all this information to write my reactants out over here and my products out. Okay, so, however, zinc, when it's by itself, what do we do with elements when they're by themselves?
They have no charge.
They don't have a charge, right?
No charge. They
don't have a charge. So when zinc is by itself, all right, so zinc is by itself. Down here it's with zinc and nitrate, but when it's by itself, it's just by itself. All right, zinc reacts with, okay, so the reacts tells us I need to probably write a what?
Plus.
A plus sign, right. Plus sign, and I'm going to put this little S in parentheses down here, and we're going to talk about those a little bit in a few minutes, or maybe at the end of this example, but just the S down there represents that it's a solid. And do you want to go ahead and write out all the symbols there?
Well, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
S is solid.
S is solid.
L is liquid. G is gas.
L, sometimes they write like a little fancy L there. Liquid. G.
G is gas. The only tough one is what we call aqueous. Is it AQ?
AQ.
And aqueous just means it's dissolved in water.
Right.
Okay, so it's a solution.
Solution dissolved in water.
In this case, aluminum nitrate is dissolved in water. The water does not play a part in the reaction.
Nope.
But the aluminum nitrate is dissolved in water. So aluminum nitrate, your formula there.
Aluminum nitrate. Remember, we're still crisscrossing. We're still writing our compounds correctly. So aluminum
is +3. Nitrate is -1, so you're going to cross that 3
down
to the nitrate.
Down to the nitrate.
Again, since nitrate already had a 3, you've got to put it in parentheses.
Parentheses down there. And, of course, we're going to put our little AQ there. All right, then we'll draw an arrow, and I'm going to write my products down here just because I forgot to leave room down here. But so my product is aluminum. All right, when aluminum is by itself, it doesn't have a charge.
No charge.
And we're just going to say that's a solid. Usually we'll give you what that is right now.
If you're not giving it now, you just leave it blank. That's in a future unit. You've got it. There's some other rules that you take into account to find out what those are. So probably for right now, you just won't have those
labeled
on your products.
And then zinc nitrate. So zinc, if I look over there in my charge box, I put zinc as a 2+, nitrate's a -1, so that's going to be ZnNO3.
Crisscross the 2.
Crisscross the 2. The 1 just cancels, and
so
ZnNO3 2.
So there is our equation, and again, that's all you'll have to do for this. If it asks you to write the equation. We're going to go through in the next video, and we'll show you how to do what we call balance
equations.
But that's all you have to do to write the equation, and we will come back and balance in the next one. So, Coach Forster, I'm going to go to the next slide. We're going to do one more
example
here.
Okay, so
And
let's.
so you might write your charges
Okay, up there.
up here so we can have a little room down there. Sodium hydroxide. So
Okay,
aqueous sodium hydroxide. So that's
Sodium is a
sodium is +1.
+1.
Hydroxide's a polyatomic. It's
Polyatomic.
-1.
-1
Reacted with calcium phosphate. So calcium
is
is +2.
+2.
Phosphate PO4
PO4
is what?
-3. Yep, -3.
To produce sodium phosphate,
Phosphate.
and calcium hydroxide. So we'll get to those in a second.
Now notice I didn't add anything new when we turned to the products. Remember, all the products are made out of reactants, so we didn't use anything new there.
Okay, so on the left side, you're going to have sodium hydroxide. Sodium's +1. Hydroxide's -1. So we don't need to crisscross anything.
Cancel out, and that's aqueous.
That's aqueous.
All right, and then is reacted.
Calcium phosphate.
All right, calcium phosphate. I may need to draw this one down here. Calcium is a 2+. Phosphate is a 3-. So we're gonna
Crisscross both
crisscross
of those.
both of those. So we have Ca3, PO4, 2.
Okay.
And
that's aqueous too. I think I forgot to type it there. Okay, so it gives us sodium phosphate.
All right.
So Na is +1. Phosphate's -3.
-3, so it'll be Na3PO4.
We crisscross that 3 plus calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide.
So calcium's +2.
Calcium's +2.
Hydroxide's -1.
OH is -1.
Just crisscross that.
So we'll crisscross that. That 2 will go down there. Like that.
Okay, so there's a completed equation.
Word equation from the
for this point. We will start balancing here before too long, but for right now, it is a completed
equation.
All right, so good luck, and we'll come back and see you next time on balancing.
Balance these next time.